Reaching the halfway point, we got Mr. Reckless Penguin. His first question is, what anime would you recommend with themes of existentialism? I'd recommend Ghost in the Shell, the movie, Karen Kano, to an extent at least, and the obvious Eva if you want existential themes. Though, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not the best person to ask on this kind of subject, as I'm not the most aware when it comes to themes of existentialism. So sorry if this question seems kinda bare bones compared to others. His second question is, what movie or movies made you question an aspect about yourself, and how did it improve yourself overall? I watched Birdman, and it sent me into an existential crisis, which I was questioning a lot about myself. The result is it made me more comfortable with some aspects about my current life. I'm not going to go into too much detail here, as that's something more personal, and I'd rather not share it here, but it did leave an impact. Also, go see Birdman. It's a great movie, and very, very well directed. As for if there are others, well, not to the same extent, but things like Gone Girl, End of Eva, and Ghost in the Shell ask questions that I had to come up with an answer to, though again, what they were is personal for me, and not something I'm willing to share. Sorry. His final question is, what is your favorite animated non-anime film and why? Honestly, I don't know. Something that I seem to do is I don't think about my favorite anime movies, or movies in general, in the same way that I do for anime movies. Like, there are several I can mention, like The Nightmare Before Christmas for its style, impressive visuals, likable main character, and awesome themes like What's This? And This Is Halloween. I also can mention Wreck-It Ralph for its likable cast, and admittedly the video game cameos were pretty awesome too. Another is Kung Fu Panda 2 for its characters, story, humor, and just general awesomeness. And one more would be How to Train Your Dragons 1 and 2 for its likable cast, story, and impressive visuals. I don't have a definitive animated film for my favorite at the moment, but consider those 5 among my favorites. For the next one, we have Daniel Witz with only one question this time with, what is your favorite opening to an anime? I brought this back up in my top 30 favorite anime openings and this Q&A, but my favorite anime opening is Gurren Lagann's opening. I love the energy and excitement I get when listening to it. That and Gurren Lagann being my favorite anime probably helps. Next up, we got HS Media Nerd. Her first question is, which anime do you feel the most emotional attachment towards? Many of you may think my answer would be FMAO 3. Hell, even a comment response to the very question was someone saying that it would be FMAO 3. However, I'm here to surprise all of you and say that it isn't FMAO 3. As much as I love O3 and have a lot of emotional attachment towards it, nothing in terms of anime beats Gurren Lagann for emotional attachment. It's the anime that has taught me way too many lessons to count. It's the anime that got me talking with Dante, the real black otaku, which led me to talking to way too many other people to name here. The anime that contains my favorite anime character in Simon the Digger. The anime that has my favorite anime opening in Soryo Days. The anime that contains 5 of my favorite anime episodes, period. The anime that has my favorite ending in all of anime. And it's the anime that I can laugh, cry, and get excited for the most, and sometimes of all those at once. FMAO 3 may be my favorite anime in terms of everything I want in an anime and respect for what it is, but in terms of emotional attachment and pure love for it, Gurren Lagann is my favorite anime, and it is the anime I have the most emotional attachment towards. No contest. Her second question is, which do you think is more important, personal attachment or objective quality? To start off, I think both sides have very big merit and can influence the other. It's important to have personal attachment to have your own set of opinions, views, and enjoyment towards any media. It separates you from being just a mindless clone of another person. But it can be taken to an extremeness of stubbornness being toward who you are, being too open-minded, or being naive to the faults of what a piece of media may have. While on the other side, objective quality is needed to show some standards needed for most work. We needed to tell when something went wrong in areas of media, or what future writers or artists should do better in the future. However, if taken too far, it becomes soulless and basically copying what everyone else has already said or done in the past. so I don't really know what one is quote-unquote better, but I think at least we need more of a combination of the two. Have the personal attachment to give love or hate to something, but also need objective quality to show faults in that something, and how to improve upon it in future works. One without the other can be a bad thing, and one too far in the other blinds us to the value of the other. So to give an answer, I think both are too necessary to have a singular answer of which is more important. Her final question is, would you rather watch your least favorite anime every day of your life, or have your favorite anime wiped from existence? Well, I'd lose something great if I lost my favorite anime, so I'd take watching my least favorite anime, provided I didn't have to watch all of it at once, and only see maybe, say, a minute of it. Yes, I'm finding a loophole in the question, but I would rather not rewatch every episode of Naruto every day, nor would I want Gurren Lagann and FMAO 3 eliminated. So I'm using this loophole, god damn it. Next on the roster is PK Starstorm Girl 25. She asked for her first question. Are there any anime you had low expectations for going into but ended up liking? To fully answer this question, I want to make a confession as to how I go into anime or any media. After huge disappointments like Death Parade, I started going into anime with pretty low expectations, excluding some rewatches of anime I liked before. I gained this because I didn't want to be disappointed and angry like I was with Death Parade again, and it would be a very long time before I'd find a more cautiously optimistic view of going into a show. Point is, I have a lot of anime I had low expectations from, but came out liking. The best example is JoJo. JoJo is an anime that got high praise from the elitist community and have people praising the shit out of it. And because of my mindset at the time, I went into it with very low expectations. However, it turned out pretty well for me and I loved it. Hope this satisfies your question. Her next question is, how are your tastes in anime now compared to how they were 1 to 2 years ago? I have no idea. I'd like to think my taste in anime is a little better than it was in the past, though how good it is may be changed from person to person, as someone may think I got great taste in anime, but someone else might think it's got awful instead. Another thing I find is our taste in anything, not only anime, changes frequently because of who we are around, our emotional status, and experiences. We can regress, progress, or not change at all with our taste at the drop of a hat. So I can't say I got great taste in anime now as compared to before. All I can say is it's changed and hopefully for the better. Her final question is, do you have a particular video that you're most proud of? Before I go too deep into my answer, I want to point out my videos aren't perfect, and there isn't a single video I'd say is perfect for me. However, going into the answer, I have 3 videos I'm at least proud I made. Firstly is my School Days review. It's not perfect and it has a lot of my early video problems of not going in depth enough and moments of reading off the script problem, but compared to a lot of my other early videos I made, I don't consider it bad or unwatchable, and given that it was my first fully scripted review, makes me at least proud I made it. Another is my JoJo's Bizarre Adventure 2012 review. This one was a ball to record and edit, probably because of my love of the show. And I think the ending result is probably one of my favorite videos I've made, period. It still has some flaws that I've made, but unlike admittedly a lot of my other videos, I really like how this one turned out, and still hold it in high regard. Finally, I'd say my Durara review, mainly because it proved, to me at least, I can make longer videos and explain my points in why I think about something the way I do, even if I went too far in the spoiler department with the video. Before I go too deep into this user's questions, I recently found out that they deleted their channel. I am extremely regretful for not being able to answer this user's questions before they got rid of their account. However, I thankfully had their questions backed up before they deleted their account, so I'm still going to be able to answer their questions regardless. But I wanted to take this time to apologize that it took me so long to answer your questions, and I hope that if you're watching, you enjoy my answers. Anyways, next up is that one anime fan's questions. First up, how tall are you? Last time I checked, I'm about 6 feet tall, though I'm not 100% sure of my actual height. Their second question is, what is your quest? To be a good and kind man, and hopefully entertain people with my videos. At the moment, that is my quest. Their final question is, what is your favorite color? Green. Not even a specific kind of green, just green in general. My second favorite, by the way, is red. For our final person, we have Hunter Banks. His first question: what is the best and worst movie you've seen in 2015? I don't really keep track of what movie I saw in a specific year, at least anymore. If I see a movie I liked, I'll talk about it. If I saw a movie I didn't like, I'll mention it and then move on. So I don't really know. Sorry. His second question is: have you seen the internet show Cartoon Fight Club? If so, what are your thoughts on it? Before making this video, I decided to look at one of their episodes so I could give it a shot, and I didn't like it. To me, it felt like a shameless knockoff of Death Battle, which is a show I already have to be in a certain mood to fully enjoy without getting bored. With this, though, I got bored watching it very quickly. Part of the reason I like Death Battle in general is hearing the interaction between Wiz and Boomstick, and without them, Death Battle, like Internet Flight Club, would get very boring very quickly. Because of that, I really didn't like Internet Fight Club. If you like it, that's fine. I think I'll stick with Death Battle myself. His final question is: what is your favorite and least favorite episode of Death Battle? I don't really keep track of what episodes of Death Battle were favorites or least favorites, so I don't know. However, some episodes I like are Justin Bieber vs. Rebecca Black, Guts vs. Nightmare, Solid Snake vs. Sam Fisher, and Pokemon vs. Digimon. I also have yet to see an episode I really dislike, though I do have quite a few I'm more indifferent towards, mainly because I don't know or care about the fighter in said match. Well, with that, the Q&A is finally coming to a close. I want to really once again apologize for not getting this out sooner. I am so sorry about this. It's out now though, and just in case anyone asks if I'll do another Q&A again, the answer is maybe in the future, but after this train wreck of waiting, I think it'd be better off if I take a break from anything Q&A related for a bit. But thank you so much for watching this, and I hope you have a great day. This has been Star 6 Wars 1, and see you next time.